Hey, what's happening, guys? Thanks for tuning into another video. Check out today's project. So we got here is a 5 horsepower Nissan 4-stroke. It's a long shaft, and I need a kicker motor for my boat. So this is gonna be a kicker motor. I got this for about 200 bucks or so. Too much of a cheap ass to go buy a running one. So we're gonna see if we can get this guy up and running. You can kind of see that it's kind of rough around the edges. Some salt water used. There's definitely some corrosion on it. All I know about it is it's been sitting for a couple years, and I think the guy tried to fire it up recently and it wouldn't fire up. He did mention too that it was leaking fuel here. I did hook it up to a fuel tank and it was leaking fuel, but that's really all I know about this. So yeah, let's dive into this and see if we can get this running. Yeah, first thing to address is this fuel connector here. I've worked on a couple Nissan 2-strokes, not a 4-stroke ever, but I mean, these are the original Nissan connectors that I got here that I just picked up from Amazon. So I'm gonna switch this out and try the original ones and see if it leaks fuel. Okay, here's what we got going on under the hood. It's definitely using salt water. I mean, there's some rust here, a couple rust bits on some of the bolts and stuff. It's definitely using salt water. But yeah, I took off the spark plug here. It doesn't look too bad. Excuse me. See how the oil looks in here. Kind of hard to tell, but some oil it looks like. But what sticks out here is this fuel filter looks pretty brown, so I'm gonna take this off and see how this fuel looks. We got this guy off, and yeah, there's a lot of crap that came out of here, but I don't have another filter, so for now I just spliced it with the fuel splice here. And yeah, I'm gonna try to hook up some fuel and just fire it up, and hopefully I don't even have to clean the carb or anything. Got the fuel connector hooked up, got some fresh gas. Yeah, let's fire it up and see what happens. So first pull, I forgot to record. Looks like the carb's a little high. All right, second pull, let's see what happens. It's just the idle screw there. Okay, so I just did it a little too much here, so let me just tighten it a bit. I'm gonna make sure it goes into gear here. I'm seeing a little high, there we go. Back it off a bit. Hopefully it doesn't explode this bucket. Probably will. Yep. Say hi, Finn. This is our new golden retriever puppy, Finn. He's only 9 weeks old. He's gonna be a good boat dog. Good boy. All right, I'm gonna change the oil now. We got a dipstick here. It looks like there's pretty little oil in there, and it's a little bit brown. So it took me a minute to figure out where the drain bolt was, but it's down in here. This may get a little messy, so hopefully this little ramp I made works out. All right, that ramp worked pretty good. You may not be able to read it, but on the side here on the sticker it says it takes 0.45 liters of oil and it's 10W40. So we got a quart here, so it's about half of this. It's gonna be 0.45 liters. And got a funnel hooked up here, and I'm gonna put some fresh oil in now. So I'm gonna check the color of the oil here in the lower unit. Just make sure you get the right size flathead for this. Looks like this one fits good. Just gonna turn it just enough so I can start seeing that fluid drain. You can see that fluid now dripping, so that's the right color we're looking for. So I think I'm gonna leave this fluid for now. So I haven't ran the motor in about a month, but when I ran it, it ran pretty decent, but I wanna clean the carburetor just because it's been sitting for a few years. So to get to the carburetor here, there's a bolt here, and tucked back in there is also a bolt, and they're 10mm bolts. But to get to this bolt back in here, I'm gonna remove the flywheel here. There's just 3 bolts holding that down, which I removed. So now if you just slide it out of the way, now you can get better access to that bolt there. So I'm gonna take these two 10mm bolts holding this carburetor off. I just wanna clean all these passages and jets on this guy, and I've been wanting to use this kit that I got on Amazon for a while. It's a micro drill bit kit good for cleaning the jets, so I'm gonna use that and just use some carb cleaner here to clean all these passages out. I don't know if you can see, but there's this tiniest little passage at the back end of this jet here. This is the smallest drill bit in the set, and it looks like it just fits in there. Okay, quick update. So we got the carb all hooked up, got that all cleaned, and I installed a new fuel filter here. So yeah, let's fire it up and see how it runs now. On the Stack River here, and behind me is our new pup Finny. This is his first boat ride, so we're trying to get him used to being on the water. But yeah, we're gonna do a little salmon fishing, test out this kicker motor I got back there, and mostly just show Finny a good time. You're having so much fun, buddy. You're getting lots of treats. Likes the water, the boat.
You're heading
Good
straight
boy. Little view of downtown, Old Town Sacramento here. Alright, so I got my kicker motor right here on the bracket that I haven't tested out on the water yet, so excuse the wakes, but we're gonna see if how this motor runs. I haven't even put it really in forward gear at all. See if it can push the boat here. It's working pretty good. Pretty good. Alright, for being a good boy, you get a little Chinese food. You get a little Chinese food for being a good boy. What is that? Alright, Finn's helping out here, but we got the tilt stop here. So this is the old one. You can just tell how bent it was. And here's the new one I bought, so I'm going to replace this right now. Alright, I got the prop off here. Just going to give it a little fresh coat of paint. Nothing professional, but just make it look a little nicer. So I got all the bolts taped off here, and I'm going to give it a quick spray paint here. This is no means professional, but just a cheap way to make it look a little nicer. So I'm going to spray paint it now. Here we got the motor on a stand, all painted. Painted the prop black. And this was a cheap touch-up paint job that I did just to make it look a little bit nicer. But I decided not to redo the cowling. The decals look decent, and I couldn't really find these Nissan 4-stroke decals online, so I'm just gonna keep it for now. But yeah, last weekend this motor saved my ass. My boat kind of broke down. Had to run this motor at full throttle for about an hour to get back to the ramp, but thankfully it ran pretty good. So for about 200 bucks and pretty little maintenance, this motor came in clutch for me. So yeah, if you guys like these videos, please like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.